Hello, my name is Asa and today I'm going to show you how to make a custom character in Roblox Studio. In this tutorial we're going to make this golem, okay, this golem or wooden golem, okay. So I was using this image as a reference and then we make this thing, okay. It is not made of bricks, but it is made of wood, okay. So if you want to learn how to make your custom characters, please watch this video. This is the tutorial to start. So the first thing that we are going to make a character. Sometimes we can use some tools here, we can use the parts, and I recommend that you do this, okay. So let's go to the toolbox, okay, and then just look for mesh pack. Then you select any of these ones, but I prefer just to select the first one, that is this one by Apollo H or something. So you just click on it and then you have a bunch of pieces that you can use. Well, these pieces are really special because when you use them, for example, Control D, this one, Control D, Control C, Control V, okay, so you can use that to paste this thing. So if you check the original piece, the sphere from Roblox, okay, and I want to scale this piece, that's okay, but check if I try to do the same thing with this one. They squeeze. So it's a mesh, you can squeeze and you can make some interesting effects or pieces for your characters. With this one it's not possible, it's just uniform, okay? So that's why you are using this kind of thing, okay? Now let's go over here, okay? So remember, just keep them here, okay? When you are making your character, and just copy Control C and then Control V, and then you have a copy. Okay, so now another tool that you can use, it is this one. You go to plugins and you go for SBS. So it is just to it is a different way to work with. It's a plugin for transform and this. You can use the same from Roblox or you can use the plugin. I recommend you use the plugin. So you just go here to plugins and then you just type SBS and then you just click on it, and if you don't have anything you just go for SBS, that is a Studio Build Suite. Studio Build, I get build, and then let's say if we have the Studio Build set, okay, and then you just click on this, that is from Fractalite, okay. So this is the one that I am using, so just click on it and then you just install and you have this in plugins and it's pretty useful, okay. So let me show you. So for example, Control D, you duplicate. Instead of Control C, Control V, I use Control D. So I hope that I am not running so fast. So I have my piece here. Let's delete this one from the mesh pack. Then I go here to plugins. I activate SBS. And then if you see here, if I hover over here, it appears the menu. You can move, you can rotate, and you can resize. Now there are different options. One of the one that I use the most is this one, the resize. For example, you can start resizing. So this is really useful, especially when you are making your buildings or something. Okay. So here, and then I have here, and then I have here, and then I have here. Okay. So I just moving these parts. Okay. So check. So it's pretty interesting how you move. For example, if I use resize from center, it will resize from the center, okay, using this thing, and it's pretty awesome. Check. Now it's moving like this. So this is very cool. Resize word, it has almost the same effect, but it's based on this thing, okay. So I guess the ones that I use the most is resize object and resize center. Then for rotate, it is the same also. You can rotate groups or you can rotate an individual piece from the pivot. Okay. Here, rotate object. So when you have different objects is when you are going to see this thing. Okay. Now the move also, it's pretty useful. Check it's orange. Move the object, move the axis. Okay. Again, if you have more pieces, it will be better. Now another thing, for example, if I have two pieces, Control D, I'm going to duplicate, I'm going to move the other one here, and then if I have them here, I just select them using Control, and I have both selected. Now if I go to resize, check, if I want just to resize them in this axis, it will happen like this. Now, if you do this with Roblox, it won't happen this way. If you try to make it like longer, check, it is like making just this thing. So that's why it's pretty fucking pretty useful. Okay, so then you go here and then you select your both objects with control. Sorry, it's my dog, one of my little puppies. Okay, BB, no, please. Okay, and check. So this is pretty useful, right? Well, guys, now let's start making our own character. Okay, so well, you can select all the pieces that you want, and I'm going to select you how. So for example, I can select and make you can use an image of reference. Okay, for example, if you go here to pictures, you can look for a picture, something that inspires you. For example, it can be, I don't know, like a golem or something like that. I'm not going to make it like this, for example, but you can have some reference about the proportions of these things, about the monster or the character. We're going to make it pretty simple, right? Okay, so we're not going to have something very advanced or something, because we are just using Roblox and we're just having fun. Okay, for example, this one, I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to add here a part. So a normal part, I'm going to put my block here. It's with neon material. If I want to select this one, I disable this just for a moment, and then I drag this, and then I put it over here. I've removed the material, so no neon, just ice or something. And then in here, I select my image. Here, I just click on here, and that's it. We are not going to make this image, right? Okay, so this is just a reference for the proportion. So now let's start making like we can start with the feet, or we can start with the head, or another thing that it's important. Go to plugins and then build rig, and you are going to paste a rig over there. Well, the rig is important because it's going to give you the idea about a normal character in Roblox. Okay, so in that way you can start making your own character. So what about if for this golem, I'm going to select this cube, Control D, duplicate. I have here my copy, and then I'm going to start with the torso or the legs. Okay, so it's good. So what if we start with the legs, something like these ones? Okay, so let's start making something like this. So the feet, big feet. Then we can adjust the scale, but well, we have a reference over there. Okay, now let's enable our plugin. Let's select here, let's here with SBS. We select here, and then we just move resize. Also, here are the movements for the resize. If you leave it in 0, it will move freely. If you move it like, for example, 2 is 2 studs. 2, 2, 2, 2. This is pretty cool. Okay, so well, let's keep this thing in 0.1. Okay, 0.1. So I have this thing, and then this is for my feet. Then we're going to duplicate, Control D. Okay, Control D is to duplicate, and then move axis, and then you have the other feet. Okay, so that's pretty much the idea. Now, I'm just going to delete this for a moment. I'm going to work first with one. Okay, so for example, I have this one, and then I'm going to check for a kind of cylinder or something. Okay, probably to use this thing. We have some cylinders that are pretty cool. So remember, this is just a reference. It doesn't have to be like the same thing. Okay, so what about if we use this cylinder? Again, if you cannot select here, just press Ctrl D. You can use the selector, okay, or you can use here with this one, and then you just move it, okay, with the normal tools. Sometimes it's difficult, but believe me, the tools are really nice. This plugin that I recommend you. Okay, now let's use this thing here. Press F to center, and then you can have a better view. Then we are going to have it like this. I guess that's pretty cool. Let's go to our tool, SBS. Then we are going to scale this thing here. Pretty awesome, pretty awesome. Okay, let's scale this one a little bit. Okay, that's okay. So it's not going to be very detailed, but I guess it does the job. Now we can make, let's give it another. Okay, so Control D, and then move axis, drag this guy here, That's pretty awesome. Okay, here, 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 and then we are just going to place it, and then in this case I'm going to use resize center. Okay, so here, that it's like in the middle here, and that's pretty nice. Okay, I move it a little bit, so here. So there is another thing, you can add like joints or something. Like if I have a resize center, that's my dog, my beautiful dog. Okay, so they're very cute. Okay, like this. So we have this shape, okay, inside this. And now what about if I need a knee? Okay, some knees or joints to make this thing look better. Okay, so I like the idea, so let's add here a knee. Well, for a knee we just need an awesome sphere. Okay, let's go for an sphere. You can use some of these shapes that are pretty different. Okay, Control D, then we move the axis, we drag it over here, then here, then here, and then here, then here. Also for the feet you can add a joint now for the ankle, but let's keep it like that. So here, then we are going to try to resize center. If it's not working, well, not working in this case because it's a mesh, but we can do something here. Let me check. No, resize word, no, not working with this object, so that's pretty not cool. Okay, but well, resize center. So don't worry, we can use the normal tool from Roblox. We select here and we just press here shift, and it's going to resize light center. I don't know why, maybe with meshes it's not working, my super plugin, but don't worry, we can deal with it. Okay, so we have this. Also for moving, we are going to keep it in 0 because we want to be very precise with this. Now we're going to select this one, we select here, we just move, and that's it. So that's it. Okay, we can just scale, resize the object a little bit, resize the object, and that's it. We have the kind of the leg. Now we need a lower torso for this monster thing. It looks like this. Yes, like this ball. So Control D, then you just move the axis. I duplicate with Control D, so remember, Control D for duplicating. And then we are going to move this thing. And then we are just going to give a shape. So for example, like this. Oh, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Well, not pretty awesome, but that's cool. Okay, we have this thing. And check. Probably over here, and that's it. Then we can find another theme for this part of the upper torso that is 2 parts. I don't know, probably we can take what do you think about this one? Let me check what other faces do we have. I guess we can use this one. Control D, then we just move along. That's it, that's pretty nice. Okay, so remember that we are going to make first this thing, and then in the next tutorial we are going to work with the animation, the rigging, and this thing. So this is a pretty complete series for you just to make your own characters. Okay, so let's make it thinner, and let's make this thing wider. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Over here, over here. I like to see your creativity in these, guys. You are awesome for these things. I'm not that good. I'm just good making things that already exist, but in your case you are pretty creative. So what we have here, a torso, we have the legs, and then we need an upper torso that it can be from the same shape or something different, but I guess we are going to use the same shape. And then we are going to see, for example, Control D, then we just move this thing. I am just scaling, Control D, Control D, Control D, Control C. Let me check if we can resize from center. Yes, we can resize with this. With the spheres, no, but with these ones, yes. Okay, then we are just going to make it. I am using resize from center just to have it like symmetrical or something, or quite. Now that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. We select this thing. Okay, that's nice. We can just move it a little bit here. Let's check it. Probably here, probably there. It's perfect. Yes, we have it. And now we need some arm. No, we need a huge bigger thing. Okay, so because this is like a golem. Oh, sorry, I here resize from center. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, now here, and then we just move it a little bit. I guess that's better because it's going to be a huge model. Now we can use some of these parts from the legs. Then Control D, move the axis. Then we can put it over here. So in this case, try to make your model just with the arms and legs facing, well, the arms facing like down, like in the dummy. So that's the idea. Okay, we can add a joint also. Control D. Here a joint. So this is going to connect this thing here. I guess that's pretty cool. It's like a shoulder. Okay, so it's going to be a big shoulder. So let's scale this shoulder. So here, 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 and here. Oh yeah, that's a huge shoulder. So here, and then you just make it longer. I guess that's pretty cool. Okay. Now I don't know if we need a joint or here for this leg. Probably yeah. Probably yeah. So let's make it. I don't know. They have to be like the same size. So probably I'm thinking about this thing. Let me check if I can make this thing shorter. Here, I cannot see the blue ball. Here, here, here. Then I just move this thing. I go here, over here. Then I just drag the other one over here. I just move it. And that's it. That's pretty nice. Probably we can move this one and you just create a joint. Yeah, I guess that's cool. Just connect this thing and it's going to be connected to the other one. Now about the arm, well, we have this arm, probably a little bit wider. No, you know what? This is going to be thinner and the other one is going to be like wider. So here we have the arm, then we just scale, we move it up, and then we are going to use another of these ones. So let's use this one, Control D. Then we try to move this thing here, here, here. Then we just move it up. So remember, this is just to have a character. But the idea is that you learn how to make your very own characters. So that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Now we just resize the object. Here, then we just move it a little bit. Here, this one over here, here, and that's okay. I guess that's okay. It doesn't matter that it's like touching over here, so don't worry. Now for the arms or for the hands, not sure. We can make something with the hands, but in this case, you can look here in the toolbox for a hand or fist. Now I would like to have a fist, so you can look for a fist. So, but not in images. You can look here in model or meshes, and let's look for a fist if we are lucky enough to have a fist. So now here we have some fists. Okay, Now let's just make sure that the thing that you are like getting, okay, it has the other no fist 1 and left fist, fist and left fist. Okay, well, you have this option, fist 2 and fist 1. I don't know if it's the same, maybe yeah, because it's okay. I'm using this one, and then yeah, it's quite good. Then we are going to resize the object. Let's see if we can resize from center. Here, no. So we can use the normal one from Roblox. We select this one, then press shift, and then you are going to scale it here with the right proportion. Here we just move it over here, then we just go for fist. This was fist 2 or fist 1? Fist 1. Then I select this one, fist 2, then shift, using the normal tool from Roblox, okay? F, then we just try to make them look similar, and that's it. Okay, well, now we are going to place this guy, so we are going to move it here. No, but this is for the other hand. I guess this one. Then we are just going to rotate here, but we're using the plugin. Let's use the plugin. Rotate, that. Nice. That's okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, sorry, I am trying to use the both pins. So let's move this thing using shift and the normal tool. Then I'm going to rotate from pivot here. Then we are going to move. Then we are going to drag. Then we are going to move. That's it. That's it. We are almost finishing, guys. Oh, big fist. Don't worry if these parts are like connecting each other, touching each other. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, now we have this one. Okay, then we just kind of rotate this one the same way. Rotate from pivot. That. Then we see if we have the same size. Okay, here we are going to move the axis. Let's see if we have the same thing. We just move it over here, here, and then we are just going to use the normal tool. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Not perfect, but that's the job. Okay, I'm using the other tool, but don't worry. Here, let me see. I guess we can use the size properties in this one. I don't know. Let me copy these properties, Ctrl C, and then paste these properties in here. Yes, we have the same properties. Okay, so that's okay. Now we have just this thing, okay, and we can just duplicate these parts using shift, and you select all of these 3 parts. Then you just press Ctrl D. Then you just move, and then you just adjust the joint. Okay, so let's try to have the same distance here. Use the joint, it's going to be closer to this thing, and that's it. Okay, now shift, Ctrl D, and then you just move, check the size. Okay, that's okay. Then we are just going to move this thing. Then we are going to move this thing. Then here, and then we have this part. So that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. So check, we have here upper leg, upper arm, lower arm, and hand. Upper leg, lower leg, and foot. Okay, so that's the structure for R15 in Roblox. Okay, so let's move this one a little bit over here, and then we just need the head. The head is not like wow, but I think we can make something with the head. Let's use a cylinder from here. So probably this cylinder it works. Okay, Ctrl C or Ctrl D, I mean, and then we are going to go over here for our golem. Then we can just give some materials like stone or bricks or something to make it look similar. So in this case, this is a mesh, okay? So I cannot modify a lot from this mesh. So, but for the head check, we have like this thing, we have like something in the middle. So I'm going to use the normal cylinder from Roblox because I can modify this part. Okay, I'm going to rotate the part and then I'm going to scale it from center using shift. That's it, that's it. Okay, so just to make it like this. Okay, so it's just for the example. We're going to try to make this part for the lower mouth. So we have like a block inside over there, probably, or we can use another cylinder. Control D, and then I just move this cylinder. So I move this cylinder here, and then I'm going to just resize the object to make the cut. Okay, so first I move it a little bit here, and then here. I guess that's okay. I don't know if it's like, well, no, not okay. Here, I guess we can cut with this same cylinder. I use the same cylinder. Okay, so I'm going to go here to model, and then I'm going to negate, and then I'm going to select both, and then I'm going to select union. And then we have this kind of cutting here. Okay, but Control Z because I have to change the material. I change the material to black. No, not to black, no. It's going to be the material for all the characters. So what about if we use bricks? Okay, so we can use wood planks. Wood planks? No. What about bricks? Bricks. We have brick. The thing with brick, it doesn't look very good, very nice. So let's select a stone or concrete. And let's select a material. This one is orange, like that. Or it can be a wood monster. I guess wood planks doesn't look that bad. So I guess that looks okay. Now select both, this one, and then just select union. And I like that. I like that. So this is like a wood monster. Then we think about there, and we're going to Control Z again because I thought about something. I'm going to duplicate the original, this one, the head. I'm going to move it just for the moment over here. And then just select the first one and the second one, and then I create again union, and then I just select this one, and I'm going to move it over here, and then I'm going to select this to black, material eyes, and then I'm going to scale it just to fit in this part here, then here, then here. That's it. Probably I'm going to add 2 eyes. Okay, so in this case I can use another spheres from here. I'm going to use this sphere from here, Control D, and then I'm going to drag this thing over here. If you check, sometimes I'm not using my plugin, and I'm using just Roblox thing. That's okay, so whatever you want to use. So this one, a neon material, probably something like yellow or like blue, I don't know, orange, probably like the orange. Then we are just going to scale it, yes, like this, to make it look like cool. I guess like that's cool for me. Here, then you just move it. Oh, Control Z, your best friend, Control Z, and that's it. Control D, and then we have the other eye. I hope that it's quite symmetrical. No, not very symmetrical, but that's the job. Okay, now we can use this thing, this guy here, and we are going to scale this guy here. This guy is going to be like covering this thing, resize object, and then we just move here. So this is going to be like this thing covering. So let's go for our tool. Let's resize. Then we are going to resize this thing. I don't know if it's working from center. Yes, it's working from center with these things. Oh, looks really awesome. Now over here, then we just move in the axis here. That's very nice. Let's move the eyes a little bit here. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. You know what is wonderful about Roblox? That it's pretty easy to make your own characters and to make them to be alive, when you animate them and this thing. It is not pretty hard if you learn some of the basics, okay? And that's pretty awesome. That's pretty freaking awesome. Well, here I have an extra part in the head that I can cut, but I can cover it like this. I'll make it like more exaggerated. But here, let's go for this. What is the wood planks and then the same color? That's it, guys. Check this thing. Then we just select all of them, and then we are going to place the head. I hope that we can scale it. If not, we are going to suffer a lot. I'm going to suffer a lot. Here, and I'm going to select scale, shift. I guess that's okay. Scale, shift, here, that, over there, back, here. This guy doesn't have neck. It's like the head is inserted in the body. So we are going to respect that, right? We are going to respect that from the image that we found. That's awesome. Now let's give materials to these guys, to all of these guys. So probably then we are going to keep it like this monster plank thing. Here, 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 and here. Let's select this thing, and let's select this one, and then we have this wood, this golem or wooden golem. I don't know what's the name for this thing. Now this guy doesn't have. Yeah, this is using just. Let's remove the texture from the hands. Let's remove the texture from the other hand. This is not Mickey Mouse. Check it out, guys. Now, the final part for this tutorial, it is this. First, group. Select all of your pieces from your character and then Control G. You have a model. Now, rename these to, for example, Golem. Now, another thing before we finish the tutorial, it is, well, obviously you have to rename everything, but we are going to do that in the next video. But for now, you are going to add here, and then you are going to add a humanoid, and then you are going to add another part. Check, guys, please, this is super important. Okay, now the other part, it is inside the model, is this one. I'm going to rename this part humanoid root part. That's it. And then we are going to set the humanoid root part. Don't worry about the material because we are going to make it transparent, but we are going to make the humanoid root part like this. Covering the torso, almost reaching the neck. The size is like that. Let's change the color just for you to see. And then here, covering the whole torso. This is an important part in your models. And just leaving until the legs. Sometimes this you need to adjust that, but for me it works. Now make sure that the part is facing front, the same front of the character. So to do that, just select plus, decal, and then just check that the decal or this thing or the sticker or whatever, it is in the front face. So check front face. This is the front face. This is the way to know that this is facing correctly. And now we just delete and now select the humanoid root part. It has the name, it is the position, the size, and then we are going to make it transparent. And that's all. Okay, so guys, that's the way we make a golem okay, or your custom character in Roblox Studio. In the next video, we are going to learn how to create the rig. Okay, if you cannot wait for that tutorial, start by naming all of these parts. Okay, I will show you, and then I will show you how to join everything in the next tutorial. But this is the way you make a custom character, in this case a golem, okay, a wooden golem. Okay, so, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, okay, how to make your custom characters. So my name is Asa, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Okay, please guys, leave a like in this video, okay, and share it with someone who wants to make his own characters. Okay, and make sure that everything is symmetrical. I guess this is not very symmetrical head, but anyway, who cares? Me, I care. Okay, so just let's move this golem thing, and that's the way you do it. Okay, well guys, I will see you in the next tutorial. My name is Asa. Bye bye.